Okay, dear friends, I'm back with another machine on the Hackthebox, which is precious. I have already spawned the machine earlier, and the IP address is this one, 189. And I will use the Pentesting, which is online Pilot OS, provided by the Hackthebox to do this preparation. Before we start today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. I will appreciate your help and support. So without further ado, let's just get started. So then we can switch over to the viewer or GUI of the Pilot OS. As you can see, I have already done the map scanning with the usual options like C-scan. Of course, if you follow along my video series, and the virtual scan, the default script scan, and also the comprehensive scan. From the map scanning results, as you can see over here, there are two open ports. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service, and also the actual version information. As we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. Of course, you also can use the search sprite utility to test on this. The second one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the actual version information, which is Nginx. So what we are going to do next is to do emulation for the 80 port. Let's open up our browser. Maybe I need to close the history pages. So now we can open up our browser. We can make it bigger so you can see what's going on. The IP address. Let's hit enter. But we are having trouble finding that site, and we cannot connect to the server at this one. So we need to put this host name to the host file. Let's do it. We can use the sudo echo the target IP address and the host name. And I use the T and option of A. Maybe I need to use the, use the sudo. Otherwise, maybe we do not have permission to modify the host file. Let's hit enter. Now we can check this file, which is correct. Now if we refresh the page, now the page can be rendered without a problem. And from here we can know that this site provides the function of converting the web page to PDF document. And we need to supply the URL. So I think now we can set up the local web server on the Pilot OS to test this function. Maybe we can clear the screen, and we can use the Python 3, and the module is HTTP server. Now we go back to our browser, and we can put, let's submit. As you can see, we got the PDF document. If we download this document onto our current directory and go back to our terminal, maybe I can open up another tab, and we can use, of course, you can forget other files, exif, and which file. Oh, we can close the X. We can go back. X tab. As you can see, from the metadata of this PDF document, the last line tells us the creator is PDF kit. So we can make a search to see whether there is vulnerability for this software. PDF. Yeah, it does. I have already opened up this GitHub repository, as you can see here. So what we are going to do next, we need to start a HTTP server. Of course, we have already done that. We just use a different port number. And we need to start the netcat listener. Okay, we will do that now. And we can sudo 555. Let's hit enter. And then we can copy this POC. We can make a copy and go back to our clipboard. Then we can copy and copy to the notebook. And maybe we can use another. And of course, we need to do some modification. Yeah, in this case, it's very important. We need to put the host name rather than the IP address. Otherwise, you will not make it work. Because when I did this machine earlier, the first time, I used the IP address. I cannot execute the command correctly. So we can put the URL pressures HTTP, right? And we can make a copy. Then we can, I think, yeah, this one also we need to modify to our actual environment. And the referrer also need to be changed. And then we need to change the IP address of the local machine. In this case, it's our online Pilot OS. And the local port number, yeah, this one is used by the web server on the Pilot OS or our own machine. In this case, in my case, is 8000, right? And also we need to change this one. This one is listener by netcat. And I use my favorite port number, 555. So we can make a copy. Now we go back to, I have already set up the listener. And okay, web server is ready. And then we can open up another tab and paste in here. Now but it's not working. Weird. I think I need to check. You know, the pen testing always encounter the problem. So maybe I need to make a copy of this line and pressures. Which is correct. Oh, not this one. I think I have already configured correctly. Spawn 555. Oh, sorry. Maybe I need to do it again. Make a copy here. This is the original payload. And now we can go back, copy to the clipboard. Sorry about this, and we can Yeah, this one is correct. We just make a copy. And the host origin, yeah, we can change this one. And also leveler. But local address, this one should be our own machine or Pilot OS. But this should be IP address, and this one is port number 5555, right? Now we can make a copy. I hope this time will work. Paste in here. And now we can go back. Yeah, we got the collection, which is wonderful. Now we can make it to become more friendly or interactive. We can use the Python, but we first need to check the version of Python. Python 2 is not there, and Python 3, and import pty module spawn. Okay, and then we can go to we need to do some local immersion, right? To make lateral movement. And we can go inside the Henry directory. And at this moment, we do not have permission to read user flag. Anyway, we can go back to and then go inside Ruby and list the content. There is a bundle directory, and then we can cut the content of the config file. Here, as you can see, we got the password for the user Henry. Then we can log in via SSH as a user Henry, and paste in here. As you can see, we successfully log in to the target via SSH. Then we can get the user flag. And what we are going to do next is to elevate our privilege. And the first thing we can do is to check whether this user, the current user, Henry, can run sudo. Yeah, we can. And the Ruby can run this Ruby script without supplying the password of a root user. But we need to check the content of this one. This Ruby script. To be honest, I'm not familiar with the Ruby. Anyway, I think this script is not so much difficult. As you can see, require YAML and to do update versions automatically. And also, yeah, the first one, define the function. I think this is very similar to Python. And we'll load the file from this YAML file. And then can do the, I think this would be like do some matching file version and a local version. So I think the point is here is the dependency YAML file. This file name doesn't use the absolute path, rather just use the relative path. So I think we can manipulate this point to elevate our privilege, because we can run this Ruby with this script as user root. So we can make a copy. We can, of course, as you know, the YAML file has the deserialization vulnerability. And I've already opened up this wonderful website or repository. Here, give us the Ruby deserialization payloads. And the two different, maybe two. Yeah, this one. But we can check the Ruby version first on the target. Ruby version. Yeah, which is 274. So I think we can use this one. We can make a copy, right? And then go back to our viewer. Okay. Then we can create the dependency YAML file. And maybe we can copy this file name to our notebook. Okay. And then we can here another tab, Vim, paste here. Oh, we have already, sorry about that. Maybe I need to remove the current history file. And I want to show you the fresh. I try my best to show you the fresh processes which are involved in this machine. So we can Vim create this dependency YAML file, and we can copy, oh, not this one. We can get the payload again from this repository. Of course, I will add the link into my description section below so that you can check by yourself. Now we can go back to the viewer, and then we can copy, and then we can paste in here. Not working? Yeah, it's working. Paste in here. Yeah, here, run the command ID. Now we can write and quit. So we need to upload this YAML file to the target. And of course, we can save into the temp directory. And we can copy, because we have already set up the web server. We do not need to set up another web server again. And then we can use the wget. And paste the file name here. Now we can run the sudo. And now we can run this command with this script to see whether we can run id command. Although there are some errors, but as you can see, we got the result of the id command. So in other words, we can run any other command. And now we can go back to this one, dependency, and then we can change this command to change permission. Change mode. We add the SUID bit, and of course we need to remove this one. And now we can write and quit. So of course we need to delete the existing dependency file. Not this one, but this one has already been removed anyway. So now we can use the wget to download or upload this file from the angle of the Pilot OS. And dependency, maybe I need to copy because I don't want to make a mistake. So I like to use copy and paste way. YAML. Yeah, no problem. Then we can run the sudo. Hopefully this can work. Sudo. And make a copy. Okay. And now we can run bin bash. As you can see from the banner, we have already become the root user. Then we can navigate into the root directory, and then we can get the root flag. Okay, without any issue. So that's pretty much it. And yeah, this video has already gone a bit long. Anyway, just I mentioned, I'd like to show you the whole or entire processes as much as possible. So see you in the next one. Bye bye. Have a good day.